Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Kirsten, and today's video we are doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. I got these questions from Pinterest, and they were selected by or created by an account called Homework and Horseplay. So thank you to them. So we'll start with number one, and it's why do you love to read? For me, it's my hobby, really. I used to read when I was a child, and I've just got seriously back into reading in the last year. Beginning of last year, I set myself a goal to read 10 books, and I used Storygraph to keep track of my reading just to see how I got on. And I actually read 50 books. So yeah, really proud of myself for that. And it's just sort of an escape from my mind. Like I'm sure a lot of you out there, I have struggled throughout different periods of my life with anxiety and sometimes depression, and especially last year and the year before, my anxiety got worse. So I went to reading, and yeah, reading seems to help. Anyway, number 2. Do you have a favorite place to read? So at most of the time, I will read in my bed, or I will take, when I remember, I will take a book to work with me so I can read it on my lunch, but that very rarely happens because I forget. I know a lot of people like to always have a book with them, which I should really do, because there's a lot of times I'm waiting, like doctor's appointments or stuff like that, and it's a bit boring waiting, and my appointments are usually late. So it actually gives me something to do other than doom scrolling on my phone. And number 3, what book or series got you into reading? So when I was younger, it was Jacqueline Wilson, and I actually still have some of her books. Where are we? I've got The Diamond Girls, My Sister Jodie, Cliffhanger, and Kiss, which I don't remember much of that one. And recently, the first book that got me back into reading was The Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I do have the rest of the series. I'm pointing there because that is my thriller shelf. There. Need to get used to pointing on the camera. So yes. But yes, the rest of the series I haven't actually read yet, so that will be a goal for this year, to finish some series. Number 4, what kind of books do you like to read? I was going to show you, but I need to do a little bit of tidying. So basically, this shelf here is my thriller and crime novel section. There's a bit of historical fiction at the very end, and this is 2 rows back. There's more, so those are my favorites. Lisa Joel, as you may have seen from my last video, is one of my favorite authors, and I think she's actually the one I have the most books for at the moment. Well, apart from Stephen King. I have a Stephen King shelf here, but I've only read 2 of his books so far. And yeah. Paperback or hardcover? I mostly have paperbacks, but I have read hardcovers. I do like both, but I tend to read paperbacks more because, like I say, I read in the bed, but sometimes I read in the bath, and I don't want to take a hardcover book. into the bath. I mean, it's pretty risky taking a book anyway, in case I drop it. But I have one of those bath trays, and it's got a stand where you can put your book. So if at any point I thought I would maybe nod off, I've got somewhere safe to rest my book. But yeah, and I love a floppy book. I have, which one was it? This one. This one is a nice floppy book. So floppy. And this is one on my TBR pile as well. This is The Coven by Lizzie Fry. I'll talk more about this and why it was there in a moment. Do I read more than one book at a time? At the moment I am. I'm reading Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I am on chapter 8, page 70, so not very far in. This is my current bookmark. It says, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am fearless, and I am worthy. I got these on Etsy. I think it was a big pack. It was like 8 or 10, maybe more. So yeah, so I'm reading that one, and I've got a library book that's a non-fiction, and it's called, oh goodness, you'll soon see that I have a terrible memory. But it's by a person with autism, and he basically talks about his experience with it and how the world hasn't been built for people with autism or other disabilities, and how we could change that, which I completely agree with. So yes, I'm dipping in and out of that one in between reading this one. I do like to, if I am reading more than one book, I like to have them completely different, because otherwise my brain will just get confused and I'll just merge it into one book. So I think I'll stick to that, where I have a fiction and then a non-fiction, just to make things a bit easier for myself. And what are we at? Number 7. Most excited to read this year. You know what? I think I will choose... Actually, I'm going to pick this one, because I haven't read it yet, and I got it for my birthday, I believe, last year. And I keep seeing it everywhere, and how amazing it is. Plus, it's a signed copy. Where are we? There we go. Can you see it? Where am I holding it? Ta-da! So yeah, very excited to read that. I might have to read it next, because I'm just too excited. I also have my third Stephen King to read, which I believe is The Shining. I love the movie. I've never read the book. So yeah, very excited for that one. And number 8. Do you reread books? I do. Haven't for a while, because I have a lot of unread books on my bookcase. So I'm trying to read as much of my TBR as I can. But I'm sure there are going to be a few of them that I will reread. Do I have a monthly book budget? I probably should. Although I don't buy books every month, but I love books, and like I say, I've got a big TBR. I wouldn't call it a pile, TBR bookcase. Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only one. So yeah, and if I do buy books, a lot of the time I get them from the works, or I go to charity shops, or I will make use of my library. So it's not very often that I buy them brand new. Any questions for favorite bookstagrammer? So someone who I'm watching a lot of at the moment is Shaughnessy. I apologize if I've said your name wrong. She's definitely one of my favorite booktubers at the moment, and I just love her channel. I love that she will just take time for herself, and she just will take a book, get in her car, and just drive to somewhere like the park, or being by like the sea or something like that. Or she'll just sit outside her house and read, because if you don't follow, you should. She's got a beautiful house, and she will sit outside and read. But she does a lot of filming as well, at bookstores and things like that. So really my question would be is, how do you start off with filming outside of your comfort zone, so to speak? Because I had planned to do that before this video. I was going to take you with me and I had some errands to run, like get my hair cut. And then I was going to the library and charity shops, and I meant to film as I was browsing, but completely forgotten that didn't happen. So it's just really a question of remembering to film and having the confidence to do it. But yeah, so yes, Shaughnessy, love her. She's a beautiful person. So that is all of the questions. If you have any more for me, just pop them down in the comments and I will get back to you. And so the reason why I have this book here is because I have this. No, it's not a drink. I have my water here. This is my TBR goblet, tankard. And my partner picked one for me, and it was this one. And it's a book by an author I haven't read before. So I had picked this one, The Martian by Andy Weir, and of course the one I am currently reading. So this is the one I went for in the end. So I've got these two sat here because I'm planning after the Lisa Jewell book that I just showed you. I will be going to read these next. So yes, if you've read any of these, or if you've read this one, no spoilers, let me know what you think. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's funny. Like I say, I'm not very far in, but I'm enjoying it so far. This is not in my comfort zone. It's got, I don't know how much spice it's got in it. I believe it has some spice. But yeah, I'm a thriller girly, so crime, that sort of thing. It's much more my genre. But yes, I'm definitely enjoying it. So we'll see how we go. And I know there's other books. Is there one or two more after that? So if I do end up really loving it, I'll get that one. And that'll be another series that I can add to my series shelf. I did do a bookshelf tour when I started this channel, but obviously I've gotten a lot more books since then. So if you'd like a more updated one, I can do that. But yeah, thank you for watching. And like I say, if there's any comments or questions you'd like to ask, feel free to put them in the comments box, and I will get back to you. And please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.